Hello, I am back. Full disclosure, I do not feel well at all. I was even contemplating making an episode this week, but I'm making Vietnamese food and I'm making pho, so I figured it would also help me feel better. So here I am. Hope anybody that also is fighting any illness, whether that's them or who they're a caretaker for, that goes okay. Because this is not fun. I'll be right back. Alright, so I've already done some prep ahead of time because I had to make the broth. These are mung bean sprouts. I diced up serrano and some basil that I am going to put as a garnish in the food. So I'm going to go put that back on the table. Okay, so I have stuff that I want to show you, so I'll do that. This is the broth, liquid gold, as my good buddy Jim says on the regular. I am going to boil rice noodles. You're supposed to use wide rice noodles. I cannot find any, so I'm going to use vermicelli. I say I cannot find any. I went to the grocery store down the street instead of where I normally go. So, forgive me. Yeah, so I'm going to boil these for a couple minutes until they become soft, al dente. And what went into the broth, I'm just going to read the ingredient list because it's a lot to remember. An onion, a pound of leeks, turnips, carrots, mushrooms, a head of garlic, lemongrass, salt, sugar, star anise, 5 whole cloves, black peppercorns, a cinnamon stick, and I put fish sauce in. You don't have to put that in there, but I like fish sauce. And as far as the sugar, you're supposed to use brown sugar if you can, like raw brown sugar, but you can use kind of whatever you have available. And so that took me several hours to make. And I'm just kind of bringing it back to a little simmer because I'm going to ladle it in a bowl, and then I'm going to put all this stuff. This recipe does not have meat, and honestly, I'm not in the mood to eat anything with meat in it. I just want some broth and some noodles, so that is what I'm going to do. So you're kind of catching me kind of at the tail end of all this stuff. This is the garnish. I have mint that I have not cut up yet, but these are just like sprigs, so I don't even have to cut it. I need scallions, so I'm going to chop those real quick. I also have some cilantro. Cilantro, scallions. Whew. I am aboard the struggle bus. Cut these things up. I also have a GoPro that I'm going to start using next week. I just did not have the energy or the gumption to do it this time. I figured just setting up and propping up my laptop is about as much as I could do. So, thank you to Dad for that. Also, I went to a really cool concert this week. It was nice to... If you've never heard of the band Love Bites, my dad introduced me to them a long time ago, and they're incredible. So go see them if you can. All right. This is a little bit of chopped cilantro, so I'm just gonna probably do like a little bit of a rough chop. You can't even see what I'm doing. I'll do that. See my Homer Simpson shirt. One of my favorite ones. do a rough chop. Rough chop. How's everybody doing this week? Hope you all are having a good one. I am going to do a test run pumpkin cheesecake for one of my friends because I'm going to be making it for my family when they come up in a little over a week, which I'm excited for. I love cheesecake, and pumpkin is like 'tis the season kind of situation. Go ahead and put this in here. And I also need to do, I know I've said this several times, if you do not have a bench scraper, you should get one. They are very cheap. They cost like $2 on Amazon, or if you even go to a kitchen supply store. They are dabomb.com. And I also typically would have a rubbish bin, is the English like to say, for all scraps, but you know how it is. My brain doesn't work today, so I do not have that. I guess you don't normally see me cut stuff up. I don't normally do that on camera. Okay. Ow. Well, thankfully I didn't cut my hand. Alright. Scrape the bench, and then I'm going to toss these noodles in because that water is boiling. So, set that stuff right there. Okay. I'm going to drain and rinse shallots that I'm soaking in cold water right now because they are a garnish. Now I'll do that here in just a minute. Okay. This will cook very, very quickly. I wish I could open bags. Silly me. These just need to cook for like 2 minutes. It's going to be very, 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 very fast. So I'm just going to set a timer so I do not overcook them. Okay. I'm going to turn the heat up just a little bit on this broth so it gets to a little bit of a simmer. Scoop-a-da-bum-ba-dee-bum-doo. Drain the shallots and rinse them. Okay. That is a hot tamale. There we go. Shallots. So about 30 more seconds on these. I'm going to use things in because I do not want to burn my hands. Okay. Now, I'm just trying to get some of this stuff off the top. Alright, now I can turn the heat off. And then I will bring it over here and strain it. All right. Where did I put my bowl? All right. Well, there's the timer. So now it's time to assemble. Ladle the broth. I will be right back. I need to focus on this. Okay, bye.